Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're continuing our series about how the classes of 5th edition D&D have changed over the last 10 years. We're specifically talking about each class and how the 2014 version differs from 2024. So we won't be discussing the brand new features in detail. We're just going to go over how they've changed. Today we're talking about the Bard. Lots of people call the Bard their favorite class, and in 2014, they were powerful still. They had good subclasses, a great spell list, and just an overall great vibe for most playstyles. They lacked a little bit in damage, but other than that, they were one of the best classes out there. How are they different? Specifically, if you, the watcher, the viewer, have played a bard before in D&D, and Lord knows I have, how is the game going to change if you shift over to 2024? What is going to feel different? We'll get into the details in just a moment. Before we do, though, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. First, you get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know you're a supporter. Also, you get early access to my videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I upload them a day early for members only. And finally, you get VIP access in my community Discord. Anyone can join my Discord. It's got links in the video and channel description, but if you're a channel member, you get VIP access and can talk directly to me. You can talk about D&D, you can talk about the YouTube channel, whatever you like. If any of that sounds interesting to you, you can click the join button. It's just down there next to the subscribe button. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Just being here at all, watching the video, liking and subscribing, these are all great ways to support me. So thank you for watching my content here on YouTube. So, how have bards changed specifically from 2014 to 2024? Firstly, I should mention that right at the beginning, as you're going through like your proficiencies and stuff, weapon proficiencies have changed. Bards in 2014 got simple weapons and then a few extras. Some favorites: rapiers, long swords, short swords, and hand crossbows. None of which they get anymore. Now bards get simple weapons only. This is a downgrade, unfortunately. Rapiers are a favorite of bard players. Most bards I know have rapiers, or they use hand crossbows. If they do build for strength, they can use long swords if they want. Now, if you play a Valor bard, you still get martial weapons, so that's no problem. But your standard caster bard, they're trying to kind of steer away from weapon use. You don't have extra attack anyway, so yeah. Carry your daggers, maybe carry a quarterstaff if you want to go with that. But yeah, you're not going to be using those extra weapons. It's simple only. Now, Bardic Inspiration has also seen a significant shift. In the old days, you would hand it out as a bonus action, and creatures could use the die, the Bardic Inspiration die, to buff themselves within the next 10 minutes. Now, it lasts for an entire hour. Whether or not that matters really depends on your table. There's a lot of tables out there who don't track time super carefully. They just, kind of spitball it. Some DMs, on the other hand, track like room by room. Like, how many minutes have you spent in every room of this dungeon, or every fork in the road? They're like, it's been 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Like, they keep track of that sort of stuff. So in situations like that, a 10-minute time frame versus an hour time frame is a big shift, and gives your party members just more opportunities to save themselves. So that's a good thing. The spell casting of the bard has shifted ever so slightly. You still get the same number of spells kind of over the life of the bard, but they're divvied out slightly differently. You get one extra spell known at level 5, because level 5 is full of the 3rd level spells, and those are, the hardest choices in the game to make. The 3rd level spell list is really good, and picking your favorite one, which you used to get when you were 5th level, was tricky. Now you get 2, and they don't give you one later on at a specific level. Like you don't get a 1. So you're still getting the same number overall. They've just rearranged it so you get a little bit more at level 5. So that's good. The Jack of all trades feature hasn't changed. It works exactly like it used to. Expertise, which bards used to get at level 3 and level 10, has been shifted down a level. So now you get expertise at level 2 and level 9. That's fine. Getting in a level earlier is not a bad thing at all. Song of Rest, the old ability that let bards give extra health on short rests, it's gone now. They didn't replace it with anything. They just plucked it out. You don't get to benefit your characters from a long rest just by being, or a short rest rather, just by being a bard. So that's gone. You still get your subclass at level 3. Everyone does. You still get all the same ability score increases you used to. Font of Inspiration has been slightly changed. It still gives you your bardic inspirations back on a short rest, which is great. That's what it was always supposed to do. But now it actually gives you the option to burn a spell slot and give yourself a bardic inspiration point back. This is really handy. There are several bard subclasses that use their bardic inspirations for things. The Swords Bard comes to mind. The Eloquence Bard comes to mind. They do, the Whispers Bard is great. There are lots of choices out there that use their bardic inspiration, and since they only have a few of them every short rest, in an emergency, being able to use a 1st or 2nd level spell slot that you don't need as many of, that aren't really powering your super spells, and getting an inspiration point back, that really could be worth it. It depends on the day, depends on the build, but having the option is really nice. Counter Charm. Counter Charm got really buffed. It used to be a pretty bad feature, requiring a full action to give your whole party advantage on charm and fear effects, which really wasn't worth it most of the time. Now, Counter Charm is a reaction. If a friendly creature within 30 feet of you is making 30, 60, a friendly creature near you is trying to save against charm or fear, you can use your reaction and let them re-roll it with advantage. So it actually works much better. And the offset is that it's been moved from level 6 to level 7. Whatever, I'll take it. It's a great upgrade. Okay, Magical Secrets. Magical Secrets has been significantly changed, and it bears talking about. In the old days, at level 10, you would get Magical Secrets, and you could take 2 spells, specifically 2, from any spell list in the game. Wizard, Warlock, Sorcerer, Paladin, Ranger, whatever you wanted, you could take. And then again at level 14 and level 18, again, you could take 2 at each level. So by the end of the game, you would have 6 spells from spell lists other than your own. This was really, really good. It let bards pick up Smites from Paladin. It let them pick up Eldritch Blast from the Warlock. There was a Swift Quiver build out there where bards would take bows and take the Ranger 5th level spell, Swift Quiver. There were lots of builds out there. It has now been completely revamped. It is not the same at all. Now, when you reach level 10, Magical Secret says, from now on, all spells that you learn, and if you retrain your spells, which you can do every time you level up, you now can pull any spell you like from the Bard, Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spell list. So instead of having just one spell list, you have 4, and you can just, if you don't like any of your Bard spells, over time, you can basically swap out every spell you know and every spell you gain for Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spells. This is a step down because you aren't getting stuff like Warlock, Paladin, and Ranger, but it's like 3 steps up because you don't have to just pick 2 at level 10 and then 2 at 14 and 2 at 18. It can be your whole spell list. If you want to turn your Bard into a Wizard, you can. I mean, that's a very roundabout way to get a Wizard spell list. If you wanted to Wizard spells, you could have played a Wizard. But my point is that I think that this is overall a buff. I think this is great. You don't have quite the reach you used to, but you've got plenty of depth, and that is a trade-off I will take. Superior Inspiration, this moved from level 20, it used to be the capstone, down to level 18. And instead of giving you 1 Bardic Inspiration when you rolled initiative, if you didn't have any, it just takes however many you've got and puts it up to 2. So if you had 0 or 1, you get 2. You have 2 at the beginning of every fight. This is a good feature. It's still not like amazing. It was a really lackluster capstone, just giving you 1 when you were fully out. But now you get 2, and that's good, I guess. It will help out. I mean, considering you can get them back with spell slots, if you needed Bardic Inspiration, you probably had it anyway. But here you go. You can save a couple spell slots and use your Bardic Inspiration more often. Epic Boons, everyone gets them and they're brand new. And then the Words of Creation, the brand new Bard capstone, is just a new feature entirely. It gives you Power Word Heal and Power Word Kill automatically, and you can dual cast them if creatures you're casting them on are close enough. But that's a new feature. And the biggest changes we're looking at here, like if you've played a Bard in the past, biggest changes. Weapon changes, the length of Bardic Inspiration, it lasts a lot longer. You get expertise earlier. Your counter charm is way better. Your magical secrets gives you way more not more options, but way more spells from other classes. Just less classes to choose from. And those are the big, meaty changes. So if you've been playing bards for the past, 10 years, they're still the same thing. Charisma casters, lightly armored. You won't be able to carry a rapier, unfortunately, unless you're a Valor bard. But you've still got all the powerful spell casting. You've still got the expertise. The Jack of all trades is still there. Your magical secrets is going to make you more wizard, cleric, and druid, and less warlock, ranger, paladin. But I still think that's fine. I think that once you get to the higher levels of play anyway, unless you were specifically aiming for Eldritch Blast or Swift Quiver or Smites or something like that, if you were, then this might disappoint you. But other than that, I'd say that this is generally an upgrade. I guess if you wanted to use a rapier or hand crossbows, it's also a downgrade, but if you want to do that, you could be a Valor Bard and you'd be fine. All in all, I think that the Bard is improved. It's not a, massive jump, but it is enough that I'm going to say that I'm more excited to play Bards than ever now. They still feel great, and I'm really, really pleased with these changes. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, and keep your eyes peeled for more class changes coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.